Alright, hello. This is me. The sound is me. Replugging in my controller. Hello! Oh! What's up? I'm very tired. Shock. Shock and surprise. What's this? I'm tired. Utter madness. Yeah, it took me over 5 hours just to fall asleep. So I only got like 4 hours sleep. I went to bed so early and fell asleep so late. It sucked. So that'd be life, I guess. An endless shit show of fuckery. Welcome to Trails of Cold Steel. Downloading to the stream is so laggy. Man, you gotta get better internet. Stop downloading porn. I could wander around and talk to people. I'm just gonna leave. Let's just go. This guy at 5. Stop downloading porn. We're gonna see we're gonna see the other group. This game is very formulaic thus far. It's school, old schoolhouse dungeon, practical exam, field study, start the field study, running into the other group at the train station. Every time. On my phone using data. Don't use your phone data! Oh my god. Do you know how quickly data gets used by Twitch? It's insane. You have like, I don't know how much data you have. I don't have a lot of data on my phone. I was actually thinking of going to pay as you go, because even though it's bullshit and it's $10 a gigabyte, I actually only use like 2, maybe 3, so it would be cheaper. Because almost everywhere I go, there's Wi-Fi access. So I almost never actually need to use any of my data. I also don't go a lot of places, so. You have 4 gigs? I have 4 gigs as well. Oh, we're traveling together this time. Okay. Let's stop dallying and buy them already. Because I don't play Pokemon Go. Yeah, I played that for like a week, and I was like, I'm done. I don't go a lot of places, and I'm not specifically gonna go places just for Pokemon Go. It's unfortunate that my name kind of sounds like a Pokemon, and yet I don't really give a fuck about Pokemon. The games are just... I like Pokemon. Like, I like Pokemon. They're cool little creatures. But the game's just, like... they're boring. Like, they're boring, okay? And I see people get into, like, breeding and, like, making the perfect Pokemon, and it looks like the most boring fucking thing. Especially in the newest one, with Sword and Shield, where it's, like, they just, like, bike in circles in front of the breeder. Hatching eggs and doing whatnot, and I'm like... why is this what you enjoy? Why do you enjoy this? I don't understand. The only time I've ever enjoyed, ever since I was a kid, like I enjoyed it as a kid. I played first gen as a kid and loved it then. But I have not enjoyed Pokemon ever since without Nuzlocke. I have to do it with Nuzlocke because then it just like nothing matters. Like nothing matters. If it's not Nuzlocke, nothing matters, and therefore I don't care. And just like collecting them all, I'm not much of a collector anymore when it comes to those things in games. When it's like, hey, collect these things, I'm like, unless I have a really good reason to do it, I'm not gonna collect for the sake of collecting. I'm gonna say don't. Every time I've had that choice, I'm like, oh, maybe I can want to wander around. I get to wander around. Let me do that. Breath of the Wild is great for that. Collecting for the sake of collecting. That's why I looked at it. I'm like, I'd probably really enjoy this for like 12 hours and then just drop it. There's easily over 100 hours worth of game there if you actually like want to do everything and collect all the things and see all the vistas. And I was just like, I don't want to though. I want a more contained experience with dungeons and shit. I guess there's like 100 mini dungeons, but like, I don't know. I've yet to play it, so who knows? Maybe it'll scratch some itch that I don't realize I have. Yeah, I heard there's something like 900 something Koroks around the world to collect. Oh. I've yet to try it. I'll probably play it someday. Preferably if I have a way to stream it. Which would involve capture cards and shit. Go to Rower. We got something really great if you collect them all. I've heard, like, if your goal is to get the thing for getting all the Koroks, you're gonna be super pissed off. Isn't it something like a mild upgrade to some sort of inventory pouch or something like that? It's something so, like, not... It's just, like, a non-reward. And the whole point of collecting Koroks is just the fun of collecting Koroks. Like, I would enjoy, like, collecting them, like, if I just noticed a thing. I'm like, oh, this is a neat, weird circle of stones that's not complete. Maybe I can complete them. Like, that stuff's kind of cool. What is the reward? Is there any? Is there just none? It's like, oh my god, you collected them all, thank you. And that's it. I really don't remember. I remember watching like 100% stream when the game first came out. And they spent like 20 days collecting every single Korok or something like that. Seems there's a two-woman cold front blowing away. I'm not really paying attention to this just because we know what's up. They're just small talking on our way to the thing. A golden piece of poo, which is what you were collecting. What? What? It's the part where you say, which is what you were collecting. Are Koroks poo? Are they, like, live poo? And you just get, like, a golden Korok? Or you get, like, like, Korok poo that's golden. And you were, like, in addition to collecting you were collecting the Koroks because you wanted their poo? I don't understand. Explain this to me in detail. I'm not even paying attention to the game. I'm just like waiting with bated breath on this explanation. Korok seeds. Oh, the seeds are poo, and you got a golden seed. So they shit out seeds, is what you're saying. Well, these sandwiches really hit the spot. Ham, lettuce. Why do they keep talking about? Oh, they keep talking about food all the time. Getting a hint of pickle in there too. I'll give him a hint. I'll give him a hint of pickle. Said it. They're all golden? Wait, okay. So collecting them gives you Korok seeds. What do you do with the seeds? Like the regular seed, because you like, it sounds like it's like every, say every 20 or every 50, you got another Korok seed or whatever. What are the seeds for? You just like make food out of them? You get a garden? I've heard you can own a house. The ingredients are simple enough, the way they come together, something special. Even the butter tastes different from what I'm used to. This tea is equally perfect. The zest of the lemon complements the taste perfectly. Quite the maid looking after you. Well, mother hired her, not me. She's a talented maid, though, I won't deny that. Given to the dude collecting them when he upgrades your inventory. Why doesn't he just upgrade your inventory? Why does he give you seeds to then give back to him to upgrade your inventory? Do they have another use? That's some mobile game bullshit. That's one of the things that's always driven me nuts in mobile games, where it's like, here's your free shit, but they don't just give you your free shit. They give you like an item that's like, use this to redeem your free shit. And then when you redeem your free shit, it doesn't go in your inventory, it goes into your mailbox, and then you have to open your mailbox and accept your free shit. And I'm like, why don't you just put it in my fucking inventory? Why do you put, like, extra steps in there? Just upgrade the fucking thing. You more or less convinced me never to play Breath of the Wild. Based on this alone. It's like when I saw, okay, I'm too distracted, I'm not even playing the game. It's like when I saw it was Xenoblade Chronicles X, I think, or Xenoblade Chronicles 2. It might have been 2, and then it turned out there was like some sort of, it had a gacha in it. There was like you could say like a Pokemon-esque thing, and there was, I remember there being like some docks where you could like fish up weird materials, and then you can use those materials to like roll for like new allies that fight for you. And it was literally a gacha, and I was like, I hate it. So I'll probably never play that game either. I've really wanted to play Xenoblade Chronicles for a long time, but when I saw 2, I was like, no. I literally refuse. If I was like the #1 streamer, let's say I'm the #1 streamer. Let's say I'm like Ninja or Lyric or something, and I was playing this on launch day, and I was getting tons of views, and that showed up in the game, I would literally quit the game and then like screen cap myself requesting a refund from Steam or whatever. Just mean like, we're done with this shit. I'm gonna play something else now. That's literally what I would do. I don't care if I would lose hundreds or thousands of subscribers that day. That is what I would do. When you first meet, he's being attacked because maracas stolen. When you get them back, they don't have the shaky things in them. I see. So you give them the seeds back. Wait. No. Do you get maracas yourself at any point? Surely you get your own maracas. Managing the company's chairman's schedule doesn't really sound like part of the simple maid's job description. She is super talented. My maid is super talented. Well, there are definitely perks to having her around. I think you should accept your mother's kindness. She must have started working before sunrise to prepare all of this for us. Look at those two. Oh, she's changing the subject. Collect the Korok seeds to fill the maracas. And then you can do some kind of dance ritual which makes your bags bigger. But I thought he gave you the seeds, or the Koroks give you the seeds. Do the Koroks give you the seeds and then you give it to him? Because I was thinking like, for some reason I was thinking it was like the main dude. You'd go up to him, he'd be like, oh, you found like 100 Koroks, here's some seeds. And then you give it back to him. And I was like, please tell me I'm wrong. Forks give you seeds. Okay, good. Okay, that's better. That actually makes sense. The way I was imagining it didn't make sense. I take it back about the mold game bullshit. I don't take it back for that fucking gotcha though. So anyways, we're headed to Brionia Island this time. All I know about it is that it hosts some sort of ancient ruins. I'm not certain what to expect. Come to think of it, this will be the first time I've had a chance to see the ocean. What will you do? Now that you mention it, I've never seen it either. I have. Oh, really? During a landing operation in the core. Speaking of ruins, Legram has some fairly well-known ruins, doesn't it, Laura? Oh yeah, the Saint's Castle or something like that. You must be referring to Lohengrin Castle. It's a magnificent stronghold that faces out onto the lake. You can see it from the town itself. It's quite beautiful in the days when the mist clears. Sounds like a sight worth seeing. Seems like you'd be in trouble if a skilled sniper set himself up there. It's like Fee is trying to piss Laura off. Doesn't sound like they're getting along very well. Feared as much. Fee is doing it on purpose. Laura seemed uncharacteristically offended by it too. Yeah, she's usually so composed, but something about Fee seems to get under her skin. Proper games that you need to purchase that have gotcha or dumb, especially affect gameplay. Just yeah, it's a game you buy, like a normal game you buy, and it's a gotcha that literally affects your gameplay. I don't know if you can play without it. You probably could. You'd be making the game a lot harder for yourself, I imagine. But like, imagine if you played Pokemon, but instead of finding them in the wild, you just roll a slot machine. Imagine you just like gotcha'd a Pokemon game. I mean like a mainline Pokemon game for like the DS or the Switch or whatever. Imagine a new Pokemon game on the Switch that you have to buy. Has no other, let's say it has no other microtransactions whatsoever, but instead of finding the Pokemon and catching them in the wild and breeding them, you have to play a gotcha. You do a gotcha instead. You have to like... You can't catch them in the wild, you can fight them in the wild, and then you get materials that you then use to gacha a Pokemon. And that's the only way you can get them. That is where we're headed. That is where we're headed. They will do something. I guarantee in a few Pokemons, they will do something similar. They will do something that's close enough to a gotcha. It'll be like partial gotcha, where it's like it's a gotcha, but it's they put enough depth into it to make it interesting. Sorry, I'm very ranty today. I hate gotchas, in case you can't tell. You played a game with one gotcha, you've played them all, and they all suck. Anyways, it never ceases to amaze me just how big Heimdall Station is. I've heard it said that it's not merely the largest station near Abonia, but on the entire continent. I'm unaware of another station that can match the 10 tracks found here. When I first transferred lines here on the way to Trista, the amount of people I saw really threw me for a loop. But it's not surprising that there aren't as many folks around this early in the morning. Sorry, I don't think we're going to be able to do this. But you can't give up already. How hopeless. Well, don't worry about it too much. The most important thing is that we all come back safe and sound. Everything else is secondary. I suppose you're right. We'll try and keep things from getting too dangerous, at least. How Game Freak handled Sword and Shield, they might not end up in charge of Pokemon games eventually. Wait, how did they... I haven't really followed up with Sword and Shield. As far as I understood, it was good. Did they fuck things up? What'd they do? What'd they do? I'm sure the community's pissed off. Communities for all those kinds of games are always pissed off about something. Anyway, this is where we split up. If you're traveling toward Ordis, you'll be heading west, right? Indeed. Meanwhile, Group A will need to travel northeast to Rower first. So jealous to get to visit Guy's homeland. You better tell us all about it when you get back. Will do. Take care, everyone. Laura, you both take care too. I'll see you all next week. Sudden voice acting. That looks like Lila. Wait, that's supposed to be black hair? Girl, your hair is blue.
Is something on your mind, Elise?
Where did we last hear that name?
Has some rugged, handsome young man caught your eye? Like your brother, perhaps? Please, Your Highness.
Oh! It's Reen's sister.
I just thought I saw someone I recognized. But it couldn't possibly have been him. I can't imagine what would bring him to the capital this early in the morning.
There are a bunch of things they didn't fully come through with, and the visuals are pretty much that of a DS game. I mean, sure. I suppose. Didn't it not run particularly well on the Switch, now that I think of it? It, like, was kind of framey.
Someone you recognized? I wonder. But I knew you wouldn't deny it. That your brother is handsome, I mean. Please. I knew that I shouldn't have told you about him. Oh, come now. I'm only teasing. There's no need to sulk.
They fixed it with a patch. Well, that's good.
I'll give you a little something from Mariage Cross to make up for it. But that's an adult lingerie brand. Please excuse us, Captain Claire. I'm sorry. I hope I haven't sullied your ears with our scandalous conversation.
Not at all, Your Highness. I came to inform you that the special train to the Imperial Villa will be arriving shortly. I look forward to accompanying you today.
It'll be a pleasure to have you with us. Certainly.
I'm slowly piecing this together. She looks, she's Her Highness, so it's probably the sister of Olivier. And Elise is Reen's sister, and they looked like they were wearing school uniforms, so they're probably friends in, like, private school or something. Alright, let me tell you a bit about the Nord Highlands. The Nord Highlands are a mountainous region to the northeast of Arabonia. To get there, we'll need to cross the Isengard Range. That's the mountain range to the north of Rower. I'm guessing we'll need to pass through quite a few tunnels to get to the other side. Pretty much, I went through several when I was originally traveling to Trista. Anyway, when you reach the other side, you'll be in the Nord Highlands, surrounded on every side of the mountains. Maybe you get to see some more Olivia this chapter. I feel like next chapter we'll see him. I don't think we'll see him this chapter. I'd be surprised. He's definitely bound to show up pretty soon, though. Other than the Imperial Army's bases, the only place you'll find people is in nomadic settlements like the one I'm from. If anything, we have more sheep than people. Oh, really? I'm starting to feel like we're traveling to a country locked in time or something. Seems like a scene right out of a picture book. In addition to the scenery, the Nord Highlands are also well known for their breeding and raising of horses. Most of the war horses used by the Imperial Army are descended from Highland stock. It's true, horses are essential to the livelihoods of the folks in my village. Raising horses to be used by the Arabonians is one of my people's primary sources of income. To think of it, I seem to remember hearing that the horse we have at home was raised in Nord too. Is that also true of the horses the riding club uses? Correct, all of them originally came from Nord. Even the golden stallion on the Empire's emblem is said to depict a warhorse raised in the Highlands. Or so the story goes, at least. Nord has deep historical ties to the Empire. We know today that it's where Emperor Draculus first started building his army, after all. That's right, the Imperial Army still maintains a base on the southern edge of the Highlands, Zender Gate. It's as far north as the trains can take us. see. We should arrive there somewhere around 4 in the afternoon then. Yeah, it's just past 8 a.m. now. We should reach Rower Station by midday. After that, we have another 4 or so hours on the freight train to Nord. Looks like we're in it for the long haul. Still, we won't get chances like this often, so let's try to make the most of it. Not too much longer now. I guess this will be your first time back home since you started at Thor's, right? Does it feel a little awkward going back after you ran away from home? A little, yeah. At least we're only changing trains there, so I don't have to leave the station. I haven't been in Aurora since I switched lines there on the way to Trista. Wait, I almost forgot. If you came from Ymir, you had to have gone through Rower. I visited Ymir once when I was a kid, but I haven't been there since. I remember it being a really nice place, though. The scenery was so beautiful. I didn't know you actually been. Yeah, it really is beautiful. A place that nice doesn't really fit a guy like me. I'm still sulking over what that twit said during our last practical exam. Hey, the House of Hjarms, little my Hjarms. I know it's high arms, but I just like it's he's Hjarms. Patrick Hjarms. And they're full of a third son, even less. I think he meant most of those awful things he said. Seems like his anger just got the better of him. I'll bet he regretted it later. But regardless of what he thinks, we all think you're a swell guy as a classmate and as a friend. So don't be so hard on yourself. You're so hopeless sometimes, Reem. I don't know if she legit ran away. I don't know how that would work. But she's definitely using it as a way to distance herself. Easy to forget, but in traveling to the North Highlands, we'll actually be leaving the country. It feels strange hanging out beyond our borders, a little emotional even. Yeah, we've got a long journey ahead of us. I can only wonder what kinds of things they'll have us doing when we get there. I can't even begin to imagine. Each month seems to throw something new at us. I am a little worried about how Fee's holding up, though. Yeah, there's at least something going on between her and Laura. But I'm not sure there's anything we can do about that. I'm sure Elliot and Machias will keep an eye on those two for us. We've got our own battles to face. I'd like us all to come back from this trip in one piece. You're right, of course. Horses of the North Highlands are known for being some of the finest on the continent. With their solid builds, high endurance, and steadfast loyalty to their masters, they truly are the ideal steeds. The Highlands are from the only place that raises horses, but the horses from Nord are in a class all their own. Sounds like you couldn't find a better horse if you searched across the Empire. Well, now I can see why Arthur is such an impressive specimen. Who? Oh, Arthur is the horse we have back at home. My dad would often ride him out hunting with our old dog, Bado? Back when I was a kid, he lifted me up on his back and let me ride around. This would be an excellent opportunity to learn more about how the Empire's finest horses are raised right at their source. He seems like he's really into this. There's a sight for sore eyes. I haven't soaked in scenery like this since I first came to Trista. I hope everyone in the settlement is doing well. I'm just happy to be headed home. I've always been curious, how did you end up coming to Thor's anyway? Well, about a year ago, I met a general in the Imperial Army up in the Nord. One thing led to another, and he ended up giving me a recommendation to attend the academy. He was strangely adamant that my skill with a spear would come in handy during my time at Thor's. Guess he was right. I see why an Imperial general might take interest in your spearmanship. Our cavalry's lance and spear training has its origins not just in the tales of the Eisenritter, but in the traditions of the Highlands as well. That's pretty interesting. It's just recently that I've been learning how far back the connection between Nord and Erebonia goes. Alright, let's hope we just don't get completely fucked every time.
Go on, draw a card.
Alright, this seems like a decent draw.
After you, then.
Let's draw out a bolt.
Bolt! Bolt!
How many bolts you got? There's either one more bolt or a mirror.
Oh, same score? We better draw again. Looks like I'm going first. Mirror!
Ah, she's out of special cards. Do I just restart it? No, no, no. That'll put me behind. I'm just gonna mirror this back.
What? You can't do that.
Do I bolt a 4? I feel like I do.
Oh, now you've done it.
Uh-huh. Oh, where did that come out of? Oh, fuck. Oh, I have one card up, so I'm fine. Are you fucking kidding me?
Oh, same score? We better draw again. Looks like I'm going first. One more game.
No. Why do they always have, like, so many, like, 6s and 7s, and they'll have staffs and bolts and mirrors, and I'm just like, I have a bunch of 2s and 3s and one bolt. I swear, that happens more often than not.
Please go easy on me. Shall we draw then? Oh, we have the same score. Let's draw again. Oh, it looks as though the first move is yours.
Wow. Bolting the shit out of this.
Ouch, I wasn't expecting that.
That wasn't even from her hand. Oh my fucking god.
Ouch, I wasn't expecting that. Ouch, I wasn't expecting that.
Of course, she's gonna have bolts and shit.
I'm gonna use a bolt card. I'm gonna use a bolt card. Sorry, I'm using a mirror. It looks as though I win this time.
It's a neat game, but I don't like it.
If we have to.
It's pure just luck of the draw.
Draw a card.
Like, this is a decent one.
Go ahead, then.
Like, if I was playing against a person, maybe. So I'm considering drawing it so that we have to redraw. But then I'm just down a card. I don't know if that actually gives me an advantage. It feels like a disadvantage. I'm gonna try it though.
We have the same score. Let's redraw.
Like, even if I got higher.
Go ahead then.
Which, you know.
We have the same score. Let's redraw. Go ahead then.
He's already up to 4, which I am as well, so. I wish I had a mirror. He may just have a shit ton of bolts and stuff. He's already at 6. Unless he has like 6, 6, 6, 7, 7, 7.
Now you've done it.
Which I won't be surprised.
Take this.
Oh, he only has one number left. Interesting.
How about this? Take this. Take this.
I don't know what to do.
Now you've done it. How about this?
Like, I know, like he's gonna bolt this.
How
or just
about
mirrors
this?
it.
My victory was assured from the start.
I can't tell if I'm playing this wrong or if I'm just getting completely fucked every time.
Shall we begin?
Like, look at this
Go
draw.
ahead and draw.
How do you win with this?
I'll go first then.
How do you actually win with this?
It seems we need to draw again. I'll go first then.
The only thing I can think of is to try and draw out bolts and mirrors. Because if I just play a numbers game, then like my numbers are so fucking low.
I'll use a bolt.
Oh, okay. So he has 2 numbers left. So he's just gonna mirrored bolt at literally everything I have. Good to know.
I'll use a bolt. Huh. Well played. I'll use a bolt. I'll use a bolt. I'll use a bolt. I'll use a bolt.
Okay.
I lost, but I had a lot of fun.
I've decided this game isn't very good. Is it just me? Am I being like weird? Am I being unfair to this game? Am I being like weirdly salty, or is it just like it's just not very good? Like, it's good if you don't care, I guess. Or if you don't like, if you're not actually trying to win, if you're just like, whatever, I play cards. And like, there's some strategy to it, but it feels so... It feels so overly dependent on the draw itself that like, well, you just kind of come to like the optimal conclusion very quickly, and then you just play it out. Yeah, I think actual people, it could be more fun. Rat rower. Look at those cone-shaped towers in the distance. Those are the orbital generators for the industrial plants. There are tons of large factories in the city, so they need those to create all the orbital energy needed to power them. Really? If I haven't seen it for myself, I'd be hard-pressed to imagine a city like this. A pure iron city. Oh. Let's see the inside. Give us a cool image on the inside. Oh, that's a lost opportunity. They could have done like a quick anime thing. Where it's just like, man, it's like, whoa, Rower City. I feel like games don't do that anymore. That's like early 2000s. Like, I'm imagining Final Fantasy IX when you go to Lindblom for the first time, and you get like this cinematic. It's like, ooh, Lindblom, the capital. Look at the grandiosity. And it's like you do that at the beginning of 7 with like, look at Midgar. Oh, it's like it's just like it does literally like it's cool imagery. It fills you with awe. You're like, man, this place looks cool. We could have just had that. We just didn't. They're like, Rower, the big. It's a city of iron. Massive, horrible energy towers to power all the factories, and you can just like did like a quick thing. Good job. Yeah, good job, Final Fantasy, I will say. They are good at that kind of stuff. They actually think about that, and they're like, maybe we should present cool imagery of the place you're at as like an establishing shot. Well, we finally made it as far as Rower. Go back to your roots. In fairness, to this specific point, I feel like they still do that. Not in 15, they didn't do it in 15, but in 13, and I do remember like sweeping things and cool imagery of like where you are. Never been a big fan of the main game since 12. 12 didn't really do the sweeping thing either. I mean, it kind of actually no, it did like in the intro at least. I have 12 Zodiac Age on my list. So I may, even though I 100%ed the original game on PS2 when I got it. Well, no, I 99.9% did it. I didn't kill Yazamat with the 50 health bars because I was like, I can't. I was max level, and I'm sure there was some stuff I could make myself more powerful, but like the fight literally, it took me 20 minutes to complete 1 health bar. And I was like, no, I'm not fighting this for 12.5 hours. You weren't super into it? But you just said you haven't been a big fan since 12. You weren't super into 12? So you're saying 12 is when you lost it. So 10 is the last one you really enjoyed. I see. I really liked 12. I liked that it was different. And then I found out it was basically like 11, but single player. Then I was like, I don't care. 11 was the MMO I ever played. It was new to me, and I enjoyed it. I think it was the art direction. I mean, that's fair. Yeah, Vaughn and Penella are unnecessary. That is true. It's completely unnecessary. Apparently, they were changed. They weren't supposed to be the main characters, and they changed it. It was supposed to be like Balthier and Fran or something. It's really Balthier and Ash were like the main characters, and they just like threw Vaughn and Penella in there. We'll need to transfer to a freight line to reach North Highlands from here, right? Alright, there'll be a freight train leaving from platform 4, but we need to board. I heard they changed it specifically for North American audiences. Because they were like, we need, like... Maybe it wasn't North American audiences, but they specifically changed it for some sort of audience. So it would appeal, have a wider appeal or something. Bosch and Ash? Oh yeah, that would have made sense. Like I remember Nier, the first one, when that came, they specifically, it was specifically changed for North American, I think European audiences, non-Japanese audiences. The main character was changed from like a teenage, like older brother, because you're saving, because your sister's dying, and so you're like, oh, I gotta get this cure so she doesn't die. And in the original Japanese game, you were her older brother. And you're like, you know, typical JRPG teen. And then for English audiences, they changed it. They changed his model as well. They changed him to her father, because they said that would appeal more. And personally, it did appeal more because it was different. It wasn't just yet another 16-year-old boy saving the world or his sister or whatever. Japan, there were 2 versions. America only got one of the 2 versions. I do remember hearing about 2 versions. It was like Nier Gestalt and Nier Replicant. Something like that. And one of them, so what? In one of them, it was the older brother, and one of them, it was the father. Because I do remember hearing about that specifically. And they're gonna have lunch. They keep talking about more food. I love the game series. I do love the game series. I didn't look into a lot of out-of-game knowledge. I did love the shit out of Nier and Nier Automata, so.
Oh, there won't be any need for that. What?
No way.
Sharon? Ha! 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 get here before us?
The power of my love for you allows me to do the impossible, my lady. And as you'll see, I've prepared packed lunches for all of you that far surpass this morning's offerings.
She's a replicant? She's a clone? There are multiples of her.
I do hope you'll enjoy them.
500% regret not being interested in Nier when it came out. Why? You mean the first one? Why do you say
thanks.
that? You know the Drakengard games? I haven't played any of the Drakengard games. I had heard of them several times, but they were just like, that was a game series I was just like, I hear it's good, I think. I didn't really know anything about it. So I would know how great the games were. I mean, I assume you've played them now, though. Maybe not both. Maybe not both, like the Japanese ones. I haven't touched the Japanese ones. I assume have you played? Have you not played the first Nier? You don't really need to play first Nier. It's impossible to find. Is it? I'm looking at it on my shelf. PS3. Could I sell it for lots of money? I never considered that it would be hard to find, but I guess it would be hard to find.
Make these for us.
I'm actually getting to the point where I probably have a lot of games on my shelf that would be actually hard to find a physical copy of now. Whereas at the time, they were like in bargain bins at EB Games. It's like, here's $8. No one wants to buy this. At least at EB Games. If you found those same games in an actual pawn shop, they'd be like, 130, please, because we are aware that people love this. You can just buy it for 40. That's how much it was when it was new. It's not like some of the other like JRPGs. It's not like Lunar Silver Star Story, where like people are selling that for like between $150 and $400. It's a PS1 game.
True. That said, I'm really curious how you got here before us.
It seems that the Reinford family's maid enjoys a little amusement at the expense of her employer. I imagine you transferred to an airship in the capital?
Ah.
Of course. Why didn't I think of that?
It's a very niche game. I mean, yeah. One of my favorite ones, Valkyrie Profile. That's a very niche. It was already out of print by the time I wanted to get it for myself for a PS1 disc. And had to pay like $80-90 to get it like shipped from Japan. Which I did, and I will keep that disc forever. Even though the CD case is cracked on the front, I don't care. Keeping it. Kind of buggy. Nah, buggy, no. I mean, no more than any new game.
You can cut the time from Heimdall to Ruhr in half if you travel by airship, I think.
Barely paying attention to the game. This is mostly small talk, though, to be fair.
You got me.
Yeah, I was gonna say janky and a little framey for sure. It's definitely at a time where it didn't bother me playing it on my couch on my TV. If I like hooked it up to a PC monitor, I'd definitely notice it a lot more.
I took advantage of the opportunity to borrow the airship's kitchen so I could make your lunches as well.
And some of the negative reviews about the game are very fair. To be fair. Gameplay-wise. That game excelled massively with music and story. And not just like the story itself, but how it decided to tell it. So. Yeah, the music is amazing. I can't think of any other game where I was just playing the game, and suddenly I heard the girl singing one of the lyric songs, which is like one of my favorites, where she's just singing it in town. She's just like sitting by a well or whatever, or a fountain, and just like singing it, and playing on a guitar. And I literally stopped in my tracks, and I was like, where is this coming from? And then I stood there and like listened to it for like 4 minutes straight and almost cried. They're so good.
They're quite fresh, so take a moment to savor the taste.
Well, thank you.
We really do appreciate all you're doing for us.
Honestly, I knew you had to be up to something. You're not planning on coming all the way to the Nord Highlands with us now, are you? I'd love to, but unfortunately, I have some other business I must attend to. I may not be able to return to Trista for a while either.
Other business?
Sharon will be assisting me with my work.
Mum.
She looks pretty good.
Mother?
Like power businessy.
Hello, Elisa. Ah, you all must be members of Class 7.
She's got that look like I run a multi-million empire.
I'm Elisa's mother, Irina. Also the chairman of the Reinford Group. It's a pleasure to meet you.
The pleasure is ours. I'm Reen Schwarzer.
Send me a YouTube channel, but the owner took down their videos.
Pleased to meet you.
What, of the music?
My name is Emma Milstein.
I think I bought the soundtrack, so I have it.
Gaius Warzel. Glad to make your acquaintance.
Oh, she had great reviews and summaries. Oh, I see. I wonder why they got taken down.
Eustace Albarea. A pleasure.
I'm glad you're all managing to get along with my obstinate daughter. I wish I could stay a while, but unfortunately I have work that can't wait. Come along, Sharon.
As you wish, Madam Chairman. What? Seriously? You show up like this and that's all you have to say? It's always work with you, isn't it?
You're hot, then you're cold, you're yes, and you know you're in, and you're out, and you're down.
You probably didn't even notice I left home until I was already gone. Now it's just, hello, Elisa, and that's it?
At least Elisa's consistent
My lady.
in her hot and coldness.
I did get the impression her relationship with her mother wasn't all sunshine and gumdrops.
Seems there's a lot of friction between them.
She did it for personal reasons, didn't want to share. Alright, well. Maybe she had creepers and stalkers or something. That's honestly my first thought. Did she accidentally show her feet? Because that is a weird thing. It's a very weird thing. She tells us a Twitch? Well then, I don't fucking know.
You can live your life however you see fit.
She made a new Twitch? It could have been something, I don't know. Doesn't matter.
I have no intention of forcing the Reinford Group on you. Even if you decide to follow a certain someone's path and cast aside all sense of responsibility, it's your choice to make.
Does she have a deadbeat dad?
Besides, I still manage to keep myself informed of the general goings-on in your academic life, in the monthly reports I receive from the Academy.
What? I knew Sharon would relay back information about me, but reports from the Academy itself?
Oh, you must not have known. In addition to my other responsibilities, I also sit on the Academy's board of directors.
Oh my, that means...
Just like Rufus.
It does appear that way. I'd certainly deem the chairman of the Reinford Group a canny choice as a member of the board.
The Reinford Group is heavily involved in the development of the Orbital staff, as well as your Arcus. I must say, I'm quite pleased with the reports I've received on your usage of both.
His best one is Clemsy is strange.
I'm looking forward to seeing the results of this month's field study as well. Do give me some good reading, won't you?
Please excuse us, my lady. Take care during the rest of your journey.
Alright, so Elisa's doing her usual thing.
Elisa.
Where what she really wants all along is a proper mother that, like, is all motherly instead of, like, the business mom who's constantly working. And so she lashes out by, like, distancing herself from her mom and, like, trying to get away and being like, man, stop watching me when I do. When really what I want is to be smothered by you in a proper motherly way. That's what this is.
You alright?
So she flits back and forth between being like, oh, you're paying attention to me? Oh, I actually like that. But no, fuck you for, like, paying attention to me. This is why I don't like Elisa. I keep calling her Alyssa. First time I read her name, I was like, that's probably pronounced Alyssa. It keeps throwing me through a loop. So I can only assume, because the third member of the board of directors, they said there were 3 members. It's probably Olivier. It's the third one. I wonder if I had her out of my hair, but it looks like she was one step ahead of me this whole time. Sorry for constantly going on with Dragon Guard and Nier stuff. I don't care. I love Nier. I don't know shit about Dragon Guard, but I love Nier. I think you and your mother aren't on good terms then. I think that much was abundantly clear. Things have been rocky between us for a long time now. Once I left home, that was the first step that led me to enrolling in the academy. How was I supposed to know I'd gone inside of the school she sits on the board of directors of? How could I have been so stupid? Why didn't I conduct a more thorough investigation before I made my choice? I don't know what to say. You have her sympathies, I suppose. Is your brother being on the board of directors really such a problem? Well, it's complicated. Usually she seems like she's only interested in her work, but then she'll suddenly start meddling in my life. She says to just do what I want, but it always turns out that wherever I go, she's there ahead of me, just like today. Should have known something was up. The bank account on my grandfather gave me to cover my academy expenses hasn't taken a dip since my first day at Thor's. So your mother's been paying your bills the whole time. Does seem like a strong possibility, especially considering her presence on the board of directors. Can't say what you're grousing about. Most people would be grateful to have a parent display that much interest. What? What? At least your mother spared the time to come and greet us. At least you showed the slightest trace of interest in you and your classmates. Forget it. I just... Well, we just entered a tunnel, the first of many now that we're going through the mountains. We'll be digging into those lunches. It's good to me. Seems like she went over her way to prepare them. Right. These are subpar because she had to make do with the airship's kitchen. I won't let her hear the end of it. Well, let's dig in. I hope I get to have, like, a map in-game. I'd love to see a map so I could, like, look at the map. Otherwise, I'll have to look one up. I don't want to have to look one up. I want to see it in-game. So you're going to the Highlands for an academy field study. Sounds like you budding soldiers do some pretty interesting things as part of your training these days. I suppose you could say that. Thor seems quite different from most other military academies in that regard, though. Still, it feels pretty neat to see you all dressed up in your uniforms. They look pretty sharp on you. Thanks for the vote of confidence. Even at the academy, Gaius always stands out because of his height. Yeah, he towers over even the second years. Are all of the people in your settlement of a similar height? Nah, I'd say my dad is the only one who really has height on me. My younger brother's fairly short, though I wouldn't doubt he has another growth spurt coming his way. I seem to remember you mentioning you have quite a few siblings. A younger brother and 2 younger sisters, to be exact. They're a little on the shy side, but I hope you'll get along with them. Can do. Still, if you look through the window, it really feels like we're getting close to the Highlands now. Man, seeing you kids rushing off on some adventure kind of makes me jealous. Anyway, we're about halfway through the Isengard range now. We should reach the center gate in 2 hours or so take this time to relax. Did you meet him back in the spring when you were on your way to Trista? Yeah, I made this same trip back then too. We had plenty of time to kill, so he taught me a lot about Erebonian culture. Looks like a pretty nice guy. I bet that served as a pretty useful primer. It did. There are a lot of people I'm thankful to for helping me come this far. But most of all, I'm thankful to the winds and to the goddess. Winds and the goddess. Classic Gaius. How you doing, Sorayu? Having a good night? Hey, that looks like. We ought to be coming out of the last tunnel anytime now. They say useless, we're almost there. Oh, establishing shot. Sweeping establishing shot. Oh. I keep hoping for, I guess what I'm hoping for is a high budget type thing. Check out Clemp's videos in Drakengard. Alright, I'll probably not remember Clemp's specifically, but I should look into Drakengard at some point. I'll just make it out in the distance, but it looks like it's it. It appears even more breathtaking than I was expecting. I'll be even happier to hear you say so once you've seen it up close. I'm currently trying to imagine a future where I'm really into Elisa's character. Because I'm just not. I'm gonna give her another chance combat-wise during this chapter. See how she holds up. She was doing kind of meh the first time. It's a pleasure to see you again, Lieutenant General. Likewise, it's been months since I last saw you. It seems almost surreal to see you standing there in a military academy uniform. Oh, this is the first time I've seen the Thor's ensemble in red. So this is the color they use for my class, Class 7. He's pretty high up in the Imperial Army. I'm betting he's the Lieutenant General in charge of Center Gate. Seems quite close to Gaius. Imperial General with an eye patch. It seems familiar somehow. These must be your classmates. Indeed, these are about half of my classmates from Class 7. Irene Schwarzer, Lisa Reinford, Emma Milstein, Eustace Alborea. Eustace Alborea. She needs a good court to help her out. Criminal is a popular choice for her. Which one was Criminal? Do I have that already? Seems like your classmates are as interesting a bunch as I'd heard. I changed his voice. Zex Vander. I don't know if we've met him. In Sky, I don't think so. I'm Zex Vander, commanding officer of the Imperial Army's 3rd Armored Division. Pleased to finally meet you. I'm sure she becomes better with some development because I kind of get her how she feels. I suppose I don't remember, to be honest. Here's the thing, character-wise, I think she'll become a better person, but I still don't like her. I just don't like her. You're one of the guardians from the Arnor family. It seems some of you already know me. Was he the general that Olivia had that long, terrible conversation with? Or was that someone else? I wish I could remember who that was. Or should that be Maki's father or something? Guardian of the Arnor family. Now I remember. Wait, no. This has to be, was it Mueller's last name Vander? Vanders? Wait. Was Mueller's last name? Fuck. Vanders are a celebrated military family responsible for the protection of the Imperial family. Why, yes, it was. This has gotta be his dad. One-eyed Zex Vander is said to be one of the Imperial Army's finest generals. They say the Vander and the Arcade schools of swordsmanship are the two most renowned styles in Erebonia. It's truly an honor to meet you, sir. I'm just a military man, hardly deserving of quite that level of praise. I'd love to hear about all of you and your excursion to the Highlands, but unfortunately we don't have the time. We should settle as soon as possible if we want to reach the settlement by nightfall. Were you able to take care of all the arrangements? I did, rest assured. What arrangements? We need to head out now if we want to reach you guys home by sundown, right? Right, which is why I asked the Lieutenant General to arrange some transportation for us. Alright, just follow me and I'll show you the way. I'm still trying to remember the name of the guy. I don't know if you guys remember the scene. I want to say it was at the end of the second chapter. In the castle, Olivier had a conversation with some higher up in Erebonia. He started talking about some coup. It was a really like tense political conversation. I can't remember who he was talking to. Criminals available to you next chapter. Okay. I'll take it. Sweeping shot, I'll take it. Simply breathtaking. I had no idea it landed so beautiful lay at the far end of the railway. Honestly, I suppose words are woefully insufficient in the face of such majesty. Glad to hear you think so. I love pan flutes as well. It's one of my favorite flutes. I remember making a song when I was younger. It's just like, I love pan flutes, so I put a pan flute in it. And my dad was like, why a pan flute? And I was like, because I like them. And then he laughed at me. It's either better or worse than it sounds, because he laughed at everything. Well, everything I said, at least. Yeah, I was like, why not? I love pan flutes. Why wouldn't I put a pan flute in? That was like his only question. That was like the only thing he had to say about the song. It was like, why a pan flute? Like, because I love them. He's like, okay. I nicknamed him Dr. Hibbert. If y'all know who that is from The Simpsons. I never actually nicknamed him. Never said that to his face, but probably would have looked at me and been like, why? He's like, okay, and they would just prove my point. So, anyways, we have horses. Highlands are way too vast to cover in any reasonable length of time on foot. You'll be fine. You're a member of the riding club, and Rena and Lisa both have riding experience, right? Yeah, I think I can manage. I learned back at home, so I should be okay as long as we aren't making any trick jumps or anything. I'm afraid I've never ridden a horse before. Not a problem. You can just hitch around on the back of someone else's horse. Lisa would probably be the best choice, considering the balance of weight. I can do that. Is that all right with you, Emma? Yes, although I do feel a little nervous. Let's mount up at once, then. Horse guys gets the Black Stallion. It's a fine horse. Are you doing okay back there, Emma? Fine, I think. Make sure to hold on tight when we start moving. Should be a fun trip. They're all top quality horses raised here in the Highlands. At a good clip, you should be able to reach the settlement in under an hour. Oh, before I forget, I'm sure guys won't have much need for this, but the rest of you should take a map of the Highlands. Ooh. Wow. Such high-level detail. This is how the Army surveying expertise is being put to good use. Indeed, I hope it'll prove useful during your field study. Thank you very much, sir. Green wished Emma would ride with him instead for comfort. I don't. Nuh-uh. No, Emma's fine. I'm thinking Emma has a thing for Fee, realistically. Alright, that's about it for me. You should be heading out. May the blessing of the winds and the goddess be with you. In my regards to the elder and Lacan. Did I also tell you I'm exhausted and thus overtired?
This is worlds apart from the bustle of the city.
Am I gonna drink?
It really is. I feel like I'm one with the wind.
And some wine, yeah.
Indeed, but if you didn't go too fast, that would be great.
I'm sure it will feel natural in time. No doubt the riding club would be fuming with envy if they could see us now.
That was best girl.
I'll bet.
Alvin? Who's Alvin?
Anyway, my home settlement is due northeast of here.
Oh,
Hopefully we'll be able to reach it before sundown. Right.
Let's move.
Who was Alvin? Wow. Dang. I actually get to, like, wander around. There's a watchtower.
Yeah!
You'll meet her eventually. Okay.
Whoa!
Are there any chests? Can I see the map? I want to see the map. Probably an item. Yeah. Cool. Can't think of how to survive.
Yeah!
Are there any chests?
You're as excited as a child.
Is it a monster?
I think I'm just caught up in the moment.
Oh, that's brown vegetation flowing in the wind. It's like something's over there that's different from the other bushes. It's a different colored bush. For some reason, I assumed Alvin would be a guy. It just sounds like a guy name. Should I explore, or is it just gonna be vast, vast openness? The Vita graphics really show up close. I keep forgetting this was a Vita game. That's why there's no giant sweeping shots of things. I had to put this on a Vita. Which way do we go? It's just so vast, it's surprisingly easy to lose your sense of direction. Maybe it'd help if I showed you a couple major landmarks so you get your bearings. Over that way is Intergate, that's where you set out from. And over there is Triangular Rock, it's sort of the centerpiece. It's so massive. And looks partially carved? What's that building over to the left? There is a treasure. Oh, it's a watchtower built by the Imperial Army in the southeastern part of the Highlands. Where they built it to keep an eye on the Calvard Republic out to the east. I suppose it should come as no surprise that the army would want a watchtower here. True, the Highlands border both Calvard and Erebonia, much like Crossbell. Finally, if you look towards those mountains, my home is out in that direction. Okay, I think I have a better idea where everything is now. Seems like we ought to keep this map handy until we're more familiar with the Highlands, though. Come to think of it, what are those stone pillars over there? Now that you point them out, I'm surprised I didn't notice them before. They seem man-made, or at the very least not the sort of construct nature would leave lying about. There are quite a few similar objects and structures scattered across the Highlands. Most folks think they're what remains of the Neolithic civilization that existed here over 1,000 years ago. Probably managed to find most of it just doing quests. Alright, I'll get the quest first and then I'll wander around. Although I kind of want to go up to like up the plateau just to let me pose, and that way they're not dissimilar from the Animist ruins in Erebonia. I'm not surprised you're curious about them, but we should save that discussion for later. Right now we need to reach the settlement before sundown. I do want to just like go up there real quick, but the game might straight up stop me if I try. This game tends to do that a lot. There's probably a quest up there though. Let's just go to the settlement first.
The sun's almost down.
We're almost at the settlement. Let's keep up the pace, guys.
You know what? I just remembered I have a turbo button. Whee! That's okay. We got to hear more of that pan flute. This is Geis's home, huh? Even though I've never been here before, it feels nostalgic somehow. The scenery makes me a little wistful for my own home. Let's say that again. Well, we don't actually stay in this area all year round. Sometime between summer and fall, we move to another location farther to the north. So that's why they call you nomads, then. Is that where you live in those strange tent buildings? Yeah, they're made with thick cloth and designs so we can put them up and take them down pretty easily. Anyway, let me show you to my home first. Then we can go greet the elder after. Bro! What's up, bro? Finally came back, bro. Hi, Lily, Sheeta, I'm back. Good to see you looking well, too. Toma or Thoma? I'm gonna go with Thoma. Glad you made it back safe. Good to see you, bro. Bro. Good to see you, bro. I really seem to love him. Don't you think it makes me wish I had a little brother or sister of my own? It does. Oh, hey, are these people you wrote about in your letters? I mean, hey. Hey. These people you wrote about in your letters? They are indeed. I should come up with a voice for Gaius. It's harder to come up with a voice once I've heard some voice acting for each character. So I'm like, I feel like I have to match it, and I can't. Nice to meet you. I'm Gaius' brother. What is the bruh? Is Gaius not his real name? Is it a secret name? Thoma. These are our sisters Sheeta and Lily. Nice to meet you. Are you bro's friends? Or maybe he was just about to say bro. It's like, I'm bro's brother. Making fun of their localization? No! I'm not making fun of their localization. I'm saying it's hard for me to imagine a voice for people when a voice has already been given. I refuse to accept Olivier's voice. Fuck that. I don't care if it's like... It sounds like... We only heard like 2 lines, but it sounded like either, what's his name? The guy that's in fucking everything. Troy Baker or Matt Mercer. Is one of those two? I was like, I know this voice. It's a very common voice. How dare you? I am Olivier. Anyways. Oh, so cute. I'm Emma. Justice I just said Justice Alborea. Eustace Alborea, I'm honored. That seems so Erebonian. Hey. You're all Arbonian. Glad to see you've been blessed with such wonderful friends. I'm gonna pretend you're old. Dad, Mom, I'm home. Welcome home, guys. She's not old. I can't give her the old voice. It's a pleasure to finally meet you all. I'm Guys' mother, Fatma. Hey, I'm Guys' mother, Fatma. His mother? You look so young. Flattery will get you everywhere. Both Troy Baker and Ryan Mercer have voiced him. Have they actually? Like, it's just like a different one for different games? Have they actually? Because, like, I recognize it as one of them instantly. Guys' father. Look. I don't know if this is Lasan or Lacan. Or Lakin. I don't know if that's a C or a K sound. That's the part that bothers me. Warzel. Mercer's the main one. Troy Baker just did the occasional battle voices you heard in the Sky games. Oh. Well, I refuse to not listen to them because they didn't sound like Olivier. So, yeah. Very glad to meet my son's friends and schoolmates. Pleasure is all ours. Likewise. Prepared a place for all of you to stay while you're our guests. There's so much to discuss that I even added it in there. Of course, but you should drop off your belongings there first. It will soon be sundown. Come to my home and share in our evening meal. Oh my god, I never got soup the other day. Oh my god, I want a good soup. So I looked up soups, right? And, you know, I'm so, like, it's a very Asian-heavy city that I live in. So, you know, Asian food everywhere, but I don't want, like, udon or pho. All I found was tomato basil or coconut milk chicken. Like chicken soup with coconut milk, which is good. Don't get me wrong. That's like the best way to have chicken soup. But like, is that it? Is that really it for soups? Like, come on. I need to learn to make like a good. I know how to make a couple soups, and like they're good, but like I've had them recently, so I don't want them again. I think it tastes so good. We season the pheasant meat with herbs and rock salt, then wrap and cook it. Play the Sky games mostly with Japanese voice mod, so I'm okay with the English voice changes from Sky to Steel. Can't stand coconut. I understand it for like shredded coconut in things, but for coconut milk, they don't quite taste the same. They actually taste pretty different, at least to me. I like both. I consider them almost like two different flavors. I do like both. I do like shredded coconut in like cookies and stuff like that. I've had coconut yogurt before, and it's good minus the texture of like the flakes of the coconut in there. That made it seem a little weird. But coconut milk, it's just good in a lot of things. Mostly Indian food. And Thai food. And chicken soup. Kebabs. Man. Like, I already ate, but they just, like, these games keep talking about food all the time. I'm not reading this out. I can't stand it. Maybe okay, I don't like shredded. Yeah, shredded coconut is the one where people are like, ugh, coconut, ugh. But coconut milk, you've probably had it before in something and not known. Like Thai curry is made, if you've had Thai curry, most Thai curries have coconut milk. Coconut flakes, not the best yeah, it's not the best texture. I do have one cookie that's really, really good with shredded coconut in it. And you don't notice the texture because it's already like an oatmeal cookie. It's like a chocolate oatmeal cookie with coconut. It's so good. It'll give you diabetes because it's like 70% sugar, but it's so good. That's why I don't make it very often. Everyone loves mommy's cooking. Nord cuisine is effective at easing fatigue. That's important when you travel as much as we do. You can see why I already feel a little more relaxed. Maybe I should get these recipes so I can teach them to Sharon. Try some of this tea, too. I make it with local herbs. It's supposed to be good for digestion. Thank you, I think I will. It's a very gentle taste. Just thought of something. The land of Nord is nothing, not a free country. That is not the Nord sound, that is more Indian. How did the Nord sound? How did the Nord sounds in Skyrim? Fuck. Oh my god, I'm straight up blanking. I have no doubt your time here will make for a very unique experience, though not without inconveniences here and there. Still, these highlands have plenty of history with your own homeland. I don't know how I didn't think of this before. There are literally Nords from the Nord Highlands. Might you be referring to the story of Emperor Drykles? We were learning in class how during the War of the Lions, he first started gathering his army here in Nord. That's right. Tales of Emperor Drykles' exploits are passed down here in Nord too. After the war ended, he became Emperor of Erebonia, so our eternal friendship with the people of Nord. Our friendship has held strong to this day, and I pray it will continue far into the future. I see. While the people of Nord are not counted as true Erebonians, they're still regarded as our close neighbors and allies. Well, how it shakes out, though recently the Calvard Republic has been creeping into the southeastern highlands. I need to look up a video of Nords talking from Skyrim. Hold on. We interrupt your regular programming while I briefly go on YouTube. And make sure that ad block is turned on so I don't get fucking ads. Skyrim Nord talk. Complete guides to the Nords, Nord with it. Nord voice acting tutorial.
At Asana, we know.
I turned the fucking ads off. What the fuck? So tired. I got too excited talking about Nier and stuff. At the same time talking about Sky and other NIS games.
You want to audition for Skyrim's Nords, the Schwarzenegger, and Douglas. But then I took an arrow in the knee. A tone that draws heavy at the sits Veðurfólnir, the wind bleached. Staying
this
too
is
close
this
to
okay,
the sun.
okay, this is like this is not Skyrim. This is just like how to sound like an actual like stereotypical Viking. It's gonna take longer than I want just to like Skyrim Nord. It's just gonna be people talking. It's like it's 5 facts, whatever, I give up. You think it'd be easy to find, like, clips of a Nord NPC talking, but... Thanks, YouTube. We've been trying to cultivate good relations with the people there. The Republic's forays in the Highlands have certainly created some tension. The Emperor and the Republic are old foes, after all. Thankfully, we've managed to avoid any armed conflicts in the last few years. Although politically and economically, relations between the two are only growing worse. Seems likely that simmering conflict is what led to that incident in Crossbell last month. No doubt an outgrowth of the ongoing conflict between pro-Calvardian and pro-Erebonian forces and their governments. So it seems. Be that as it may, to both countries, Nord is a remote region of relatively little importance. While there was a military presence in the Highlands, it's not something you should have to worry about during your stay. Just try to focus on your field study while you're here. We'll do what we can. You must be the one who chose your tasks for this month's field study, right? Indeed I did. Though the hour is already late, I'll give you your tasks in the morning. As for the area you'll cover in your study, I think it would be wise to focus on the southwestern plains tomorrow morning. Southwest. Across that area in our trek here today, I believe? Yeah, the highlands are a vast, wide open space. They extend well past the northern end of the settlement too, but let's just start with the southwestern plains. Sounds good to me. So everything we've got on the agenda for tomorrow will be in the southwest. Exactly. Try and be back at the settlement around noon, guys. I'll give you the remaining tasks after our midday meal. Anyway, here I am talking your ear off when I should be letting you get some rest after your long day. We rise before the sun here, so sleep well. Morning will come sooner than you think. Someone wouldn't have skipped the crossbow games. They'd know what incident that was. You said, pretty sure it was you said it might be better to play Cold Steel 1 first anyway. Pretty sure that was you. If it wasn't you, it was one other person. Place we prepared for has beds ready. You show them the way, Gaius. I might be thinking of. I'm blanking. I think I'm totally blanking on screen now. I might be thinking of someone else. If I am, I apologize. I don't think I've ever seen you both here at the same time. So maybe you're the same person. Do you have multiple screen names? What happened? My stream froze. It's okay. Nothing happened. Sorry, I know you girls probably would have preferred separate rooms, but this is what we got. Oh, don't worry about it. Me and Eustace are both gentlemen, after all. We have nothing to worry about. But of course. Thanks, guys. You be staying over at your family's place, then? My sisters both insisted on it, I couldn't turn them down. Will it be alright if I come in and wake you guys at sunrise? Yeah, that sounds fine. I think we're gonna fall asleep at the moment my head hits the pillow. God, that'd be nice. Staring at my bed. By all means, get your booty sleep. Alright, pleasant dreams, everyone. Quite the fortunate man. About the same thing while we're eating dinner. He's got those adorable siblings, 2 parents who really care about him. You can see where Gaius gets his calm and level-headed personality. Part of a caring family, growing up side by side with nature like this, it's like he couldn't have turned out any other way. True enough. Anyway, it sounds like we got an agonizingly early wake-up call coming our way. We should get some sleep. I'm exhausted. I feel like I'm gonna fall asleep on my feet at this rate. Let's get dressed for bed and turn off the lights. I was actually expecting like a quick nighttime chat.
Where am I? Huh? Oh, right. Nord Highlands. I feel surprisingly energetic. Maybe it's the clean air or that great food we had yesterday. I wonder if Master Ka-Fai trained out in the wilderness like this.
You're up early, Reen.
Morning, guys. Whoa, hold on. Why are you dressed like that?
Oh, I was just helping put the sheep out to pasture. They should almost be done fixing the morning meal now.
Okay. I guess we should wake up the others then. Eustace, Elisa, Emma.
Rise and shine, everyone. It's officially the crack of dawn.
Anyone have a problem with a bunch of nomads carrying our big wood bed frames? I was just thinking, I'm like, these are unusually like normal beds. I did the same. I was like, I'm surprised these are the beds that they have.
Where am I?
Are those sheep? Glasses. Glasses.
Thing is, in life, I really hate moving. So the idea of being a nomad sounds horrible, but then also as a nomad, you would have less and more transportable stuff, so it would be easier to move.
I suppose none of you are used to waking up quite this early.
But I still think I'd feel like I would not like being a nomad. It's hard to say. Milk porridge. Make it with sheep's milk and salt cured meat. Cheetah and Lily made it fresh for you themselves, bro. I helped. Oh, that young, you're already better cooks than me. I think you need to get this recipe from you too. The first thing you do is too fond of indoor plumbing. Oh, I didn't even think about that part. Your friends all seem like such nice people. It would seem the winds have blessed you with their guidance. I think so too. Okay, let me give you this. Return to Zender. Ah! Do you think they named it Zender Gate specifically for this quest? Because I do. Be prepared for battle. Oh. Okay. Need ingredients. Speak to Amber. Go to the watchtower. Okay. Yeah, there's medicinal herbs. There's even a request from Zender Gate. It's like you've chosen tasks that will help us become familiar with the Highlands. That's the idea. I put a lot of thought into choosing tasks that will give you a nice sweeping overview of life here. As I said yesterday, you should be able to complete all of these requests in the southwestern reaches of the Highlands. So we need to finish all of these tasks, then return here by noon? Yep, we'll be having lunch back here in the settlement. Also, I wouldn't recommend leaving the settlement without a horse. The Highlands are vast. I'd hate if any of you got lost or collapsed in there because you headed out on foot. Alright, may the blessing of the winds and the goddess be with you. It makes sense as a nomadic people to, like, revere wind and, like, spirits of the wind, considering you're kind of at the mercy of wind, but with tent houses and whatnot. It's 3 useful facilities. Elder's home acts as an orbital factory. A trading post acts as a weapon armor shop. The lodging yurt allows you to rest. Calamity Hawk, you say. Alright, now Emma's the only one without an S-craft. Class SS plus. Area L, okay. Oh, never mind, at least it doesn't have one either. They always constantly, like everyone else constantly has, like, upgraded weapons that I did not upgrade. And I have yet to upgrade a single weapon. Is this the home? This is the Warzel home. What? Oh. That actually reminds me. I totally missed one. I mean, the unique one's gotta be Gaius, right?
Alright, I'll give it a try. Huh, not bad.
What? I have yet to find the unique one for this. Who did I try?
Alright, let's get started.
Least and Gaius definitely didn't.
This looks delicious.
Alright, I'll give it a try.
When I last did this, can't remember who all was in my party.
This turned out very good. Alright, I'll give it a try. Huh. Not...
I don't know if I tried this before. I wish I had like an indication to know whether or not I've tried it with a certain person before.
Well, that turned out well.
I mean, I could make... If I make it with him, I might get some solid omelets.
Well, if I must. Would you expect anything less?
Yes. Whatever. I feel behind on my learning of the word yurt. Because I suddenly found myself a few years ago surrounded by people where everyone knew what a yurt was, and they were talking about it. Going somewhere and staying in a yurt. And everyone's like, oh, yeah. And I was like, the fuck is a yurt? I had no idea. I'd never heard that word before. And I feel like I feel like it's one of those things where it's like, as soon as you learn the word, you suddenly feel like you're hearing it everywhere. Because it's a new word in your vocabulary. I still don't remember like the difference between like a yurt and a tent and a cottage and all that stuff. Like it's a place that you rest in. Just don't know what makes a yurt specifically. Oh, we're talking about his sister. I kind of skipped past that because of my yurt talk. Hello there, guys. I have to admit, I'm still rather surprised at just how many people you've gotten to know while you've been gone. I'm glad I get to meet them all. I'm happy that everyone thinks that way. I just feel welcome, isn't it? Agreed. By the way, you're Kilty, right? I think you put in a request for us. That's me. As you can see, we've got a respectable range of stock here. We even trade with people outside the settlement. That said, the delivery I want you to make isn't really related to any of that. Do you have the time? Yes, I do. Well, yeah, I know, like, our cottage is, like, a log cottage or a wood cottage or whatever, but, like, what's the difference between, like, a yurt and a teepee and a tent and all that stuff? Most schools tend to teach... It's not like most schools tend to teach much about the Mongols, despite ruling over vast portions of Asia. They aren't worth learning about in the United States school system. See, I didn't even know it was a Mongolian thing. This is also true. I'm in Canada, so this is also true of Canadian schools. Not once was the word yurt ever mentioned. Not once were Mongols ever mentioned outside of... Fuck, what's his name? Was it Khan? Was it just Khan? The Mongol guy. I'm really good with history, clearly. Genghis Khan, that's who I'm thinking of. Fuck. No, Khan was just their name for like ruler. That was just the Khan, like he was a Khan, right? Khan was their really name and his name was Genghis. That's who I was thinking of. Like, that's all I know. That's literally all I know about Mongolians. Asian history was not something that was taught at all. There was like the briefest mention of like India and China and Silk Road, and it's like, hey, Silk Road existed, and that's literally it. Let's spend 3 more months on Napoleon. Fuck. I wanted to learn like several Asian histories so badly when I was in school, but it was all European-centric. And then you get to more modern day, and it was all Canada, and Canadian history is like... There's just something very dull about it. I don't know why. There's plenty of strife, and we had our own stuff going on, but like, it's just something about it is very... I don't know. Anyways, I keep getting distracted. I've maybe played the game for less than an hour, even though I've been streaming for 2. American history, North American, and this whole thing is boring as sin. I've always found that, like, once you get past, like, for me, once the industrial age happened, something about history just became horribly dull after that. Even though it's like you're starting to get like technology and all that, and all that's all fascinating, but it's like I think it's because we live with technology and the changing of technology. When they were starting to have that ball rolling, I'm like, yeah, whatever. Printing press, computers, like we have them. I'm surrounded by stuff. Although I do get amazed. I still think about it. It still amazes me to this day. Specifically, inkjet printers. Just think about the insanity. The insane. It doesn't seem like a great technological marvel. But think about the fact that you have a machine with like a little thing that's like this big that can rapidly print out letters and like images. It just goes like physically. And I'm not talking like lasers. Like with lasers, it's like they're lasers. Of course lasers can do everything. So of course a laser printer can do it, but when it's an inkjet, it physically has to put the ink on the page. And it just goes, and then bam, perfect image, perfect text, perfect everything. You're like, and when I say this to people, they're like, it's a printer, what are you going on about? I'm like, so there's the occasional thing like that where I'm like, there's something incredible about just like the physical precision that we've made in such a tiny machine. But yeah, in general history, like, more modern history, is just, there's something about it. Like, in my brain, I see, like, when I see, like, if I create a visual of, like, ancient history stuff, it seems so distant and vibrant and alive somehow, or, like, interesting. And then just, like, when you get to the industrial age, everything is, like, gray overcast skies. And grime and dirt and boringness. I have, like, this visual template for history. That's what I see. Anyways. Alright, we're delivering food. Again with the food. Again with the food. Because the steam and all the coal burning, I guess. You want to rewatch John Green's Crash Course series? I don't think I ever watched that. Okay, these are significant upgrades. Oh, I need so much money. I don't know if I should do weapons or armor first. I mean, I feel like if I don't do the armor, everyone's gonna get one shot. That's my opinion right now. Why are the gender-specific ones cheaper, even though they're better? It's like slightly less physical defense. If we get these for free later, I'm gonna be really sad. Well, that's literally all my money. But I think defense was definitely a good choice. Alright. They get more speed, but we get some evasion. I need so much money. Oh! There's also this. Oh, I have issue 3 already. One of the biggest thing it curses with the education of history in the West is the complete willingness to ignore the East. Gotta agree, if it didn't happen in Europe, it's not worth knowing about, apparently. That was my thought. Oh, there's actually a bit of an uprising. Mild, it was more like a group complaint from my class. Because this was the year we were learning about Napoleon. And then because he had such a hard-on for Napoleon and spent so much time on Napoleon, he had to like rush through the rest of the class for the rest of the year. And so when we got to native history, he just blew through it in like 20 minutes. And then he gave us the test, and then we all did really badly because we barely fucking talked about it. He's like, yeah, this thing happened here, this name happened here, read this chapter. And then like a couple days later we had the test on the entire unit, and we're just like, and he's like, why did you, he's like, your performance is terrible. And all of us in a massive uproar were like, you spent so little time on this. We spent so much time on Napoleon, and then you just blew past the native history. Like it didn't fucking matter because you ran out of time. It's not surprising most of us did terribly on the fucking test. Like, and then there was a mild implication that he was a little bit racist. So. But it was more about him having a massive heart of Napoleon and going on and on and on about him for weeks on end.
I'm surprised to see a river running at this elevation.
It's fed from the lake to the north.
But there was even less. There was even less for any Asian history. There'd be like a paragraph in the entire textbook that's like, hey, Silk Road existed, it was important. Or I think that was it. I think that was literally it. And then there's brief mention when you get to like more modern history about like Pearl Harbor and stuff like that. I'm so distracted. Where the fuck was I even going? I guess I may as well start this one. Favorite is when you get screwed by having one genius key screws over the curve and ruins it for everyone else. I've never been in a class with a curve, so I've never had to experience that. So I'm pretty glad in that sense. The curves are bullshit. I'm just gonna say that right now. It's just, I think they're just bad. If you could do like a hybrid, like a weak curve, like some sort of hybrid curve where it's like part just straight up meritocracy, objective grading with like mild curve to it, but a straight up curve is, I think that's a shit way to do it. Especially in university when you have to pay for the class yourself, and it's just like, oh, you might fail anyway, even if you did amazing, because everyone else did more amazing than you. And it's just like, okay, fuck you for taking my money then? Like, anyway, I'm so distracted. All right. Oh, his name's Netmark. It's a tough job. I gave up in school by the middle of high school. I hate that they tried to teach us all that. You have to go to college to be someone, or basically you're a failure otherwise. The sad thing is, it's still partially true, because there's so many jobs out there that, like, you require a... what do they call it? How do they term it? It's like secondary education, or it's like you need a bachelor's. But it literally says bachelor's degree. That's it. It doesn't say which bachelor's degree you need. It's not like bachelor's in business or social science or humanities or whatever. You could walk in with like a bachelor's of performing arts or like or something. You could walk in with like a bachelor's in art history, and that's enough, because they just like, oh, you have to have gone to college to be considered for this entry level basically minimum wage job. It's not minimum wage. It's 40 cents over minimum wage. Do you have a college degree? And it's like, are you fucking kidding me? And they literally don't care. They literally just check a box. Do you have a bachelor's degree or no? And that's it. So. There's one of my college level professors in high school that refused to preach that to us. I really liked her. She sounded real. That's what she was. Alright, I'm in the middle of whipping up some medicine for the horses here, so I'd like you to collect a medicinal herb I need for that. The horse is ill? Oh no, nothing like that. It's more of a vaccine to prevent a certain disease that horses here can catch. So it's an endemic disease then. The chances of the disease spreading are always at their highest during the summer too, because of the intense heat. It's dangerous enough to be fatal if you leave it alone. Oh, it's awful. You can prevent it with the proper treatment, however, correct? Yes, which is why I need you to collect some Epona grass for me. Just look for some plants with yellow flowers in this other region of the highlands. You shouldn't have too much of an issue finding it with Gaius around at least. In terms of how many I need, I think 5 should do it. I was depressed as fucking high school. I couldn't be bothered to really do anything for like the college prep course thing, so I was required, so I ended up having to do another year. Oh, that sucks. I worked hard in grade 12, so I only had to have 1 semester. And I was like, fuck yeah, I met my high school requirements in 1 semester. I fucking hated high school. Absolutely hated it. She's basically like, we are really losing trade skills in this country, and there's nothing wrong at all with trade and vocational classes in schools. I mean, yeah. I've considered one day just like giving up on everything and being like, you know, I just want to earn money, and then learning like carpentry or or like be an electrician or something. I'd probably do be an electrician if I did that. Be like, yo, I just want to earn money. It'd be cool for the rest of my life. So I do that. Not plumbing. That sounds too annoying. But, yeah. I've considered it. I haven't bothered. But I've considered it. You're doing plumbing for a bit. It just seems, it's just like, it's like... Here's the thing. I've cleaned the inside of my kitchen sink's pipes. And it's fucking nasty. So... It also just sounds difficult to deal with because of, like, all the water. So... You only did construction? Okay, well, that's fine then. I'm imagining being, like, a plumber that has to go in people's houses and, like, fix a leak and all that stuff. Need to get my A+ certification. It doesn't do too much anymore as networking technologies keeps getting more complex, but it's the door to all the other certifications you need. Yeah, it's also, yeah, everything's getting more complicated.
Look at all the sheep here.
Yeah, when I think plumber, I think like a service plumber.
Watching them makes me feel so content.
Right, the Elder's Home. I knew there was something else. Orbments and slots. Gotta open up them slots. Welcome back. I see you all got plenty of rest last night. Did someone come out here specifically to set this up? You'll see soon enough, I guess. That's what most people think when I told them I was plumbing. Yeah, I never considered, you know, the construction side of it. That does make sense. There would be a lot of that going on, right? When you make a building, you gotta put pipes in it and shit. Oh, do I not have a lot of... I don't have a lot of quartz. Alright, he's done. God, I forgot he's done. I just need to open a few of Elisa's... God damn it. It's Elisa, not Alyssa. I can solder, that's a dying skill. I can solder too! I remember learning that. That's one of the few things I retained from electronics. I don't have a soldering iron, but... I mean, soldering is not the most complicated thing in the world. You can fuck it up. You just need to recognize when you fuck it up and then fix it. The great thing is, if you fuck it up, you can fix it. I don't know why it fucks up still. But, you know. Oh, shit, actual monsters? Okay, so I was supposed to deliver to the watchtower, I think. Wait, how many plants was I supposed to get? I assume those are all plants. Oh, okay. They're just everywhere. I need 5 of them.
Yeah.
Just on my shirt. Some shitty emergency soldering. Getting the charging port working again. Less than a month. I mean, what is this?
Now's our chance.
Here we go.
What was with the circle thing, though? I mean, I'll take it, but... Wait, what's everyone's attack thing? Ah, that'll be fine. Thunder Loach? Oh, I should keep an eye out for like some fishing spots. Oh, I have a crit. Hold on.
There. Go.
Suddenly combat is happening. I have to pay attention. 89. Fuck.
Right.
All right, they're weak to everything. Those we don't know. All right, she gives CP to people. That's pretty good. Can I get both of y'all? Ow.
Turn to flames. Burn now.
Go.
Yeah. Gleaming blades. Go.
Here we go.
I'm sealed. How dare you?
It's my turn.
Did I just do one? Any weapons? Yeah. But the thing is, I can if I have defense, I can eventually win. We're doing okay. It's not awful.
Now, Emma!
Understood. Right. Hang in there.
Thanks.
Okay.
What would you speak to? Fire and water. Oh. Oh, well, she has heat wave. I forgot I took Reaper off. I'm gonna have to redo some quartz.
My turn.
For fuck's sakes. To be fair, I'm having to cast arts with Reen, and his arts are shit.
It's my turn.
That's not what he's supposed to do damage with.
There, they're open.
Okay. It's my turn. Fire.
Huh.
Okay.
Come on! Time is precious. We should hurry.
I am doing little damage, though.
That should suffice.
I need so much money, though. Oh, Reaper. Yes, Reaper. I tend to have very soft P's. I'm used to microphones. Well. Yeah, Emma needs that reefer. think people are just missing. Yeah, but they don't even have chord songs. Took them all off for that one fight. Alright, take that back. And what did I have before? I was like, who has a good heat wave? Somebody has a good heat wave. Alright, that has strength on it. Okay, you keep that good heat wave. Oh, I should do this. For Emma? Absolutely. EP on the field? Yes, please. He's good. Need a good wind. I forgot I had uses. I could have switched uses whenever I felt like. I mean, Breeze is nice. Somebody should have Breeze. I mean, she can have Breeze. Although I should probably give it to Eustace. Although she has 215 arts. She's kind of in the same boat as Eustace. Except for the fact that I feel like Eustace, even though he has less strength, he would probably do more damage. I'm gonna test this out in the next fight. So give her attack, maybe. Probably don't need the EP. Let's give... Alright, that should be good. Fortuna! For some reason, I like the name of that spell. What was Emma's? Right, the EP. I could give her Ares. This also gets plus 24% to arts for 4 turns. Right, because he has that thing on. I don't know. I want to do like a physical damage test between the two.
Yeah! I figured there'd be monsters around. Careful, everyone.
Got it.
If it's a fight they want. Go!
I'm gonna keep him around though, just for like the delays.
There!
Okay.
Probably just switch out guys.
Gleaming blades, go! This is it! It's my turn.
Oh my god, the range! You know what? Let's just do the test now. Okay.
Go!
235 is what she did.
All right.
It's also weak to Pierce.
Can you handle this?
I'll show you how it's done.
He does. Cool. Every time I try to do science,
here we go.
Shit like that happens. Why? I have to get rid of some of these.
Flames gather on my blade. I'm sorry, everyone.
I mean, that's fine. Emma can just revive, so that's easy peasy. Or I could just TLoH. I'll just TLoH.
Arcus, activate. Ha!
Thanks!
It's my turn. Hear me.
Thanks!
I'll handle this.
Alright, so it was 235, and it was the same kind of enemy, so... Okay.
Right.
So they both suck, is what you're telling me. She does it with the aerial, so that's cool. Just press.
Arcus, activate.
Go!
I'll handle this.
Thanks!
I suppose I should thank you.
Okay.
Okay. To water.
Arcus, activate.
Ooh, she's gonna crit
My
too.
turn!
Yeah. Let's keep going.
Good job, Emma. Really noble command. Still don't have that. Still don't know what it does.
Now's our chance. Let's get him! Go! All right, let's do this!
I'll handle this.
I can do this.
Why not?
You're in the shore. Crystal Saber. How pathetic.
It's good experience. Not good money. That's really what I need.
Let's get this over with.
My turn! All right, let's do this!
Leave it to me. It's my turn. Turn to flames. Burn now.
Oh, I could have rushed.
Okay.
I should have rushed.
Here.
Very well.
Should probably just cast Arthur to use this. Wow. He has the... I bought him. Did I? Oh, did I not buy him armor? I didn't buy armor for uses because I forgot he was in the party. That explains that. What were we to? Water and fire. Well, you ain't got those.
Okay. Yeah.
I suppose I should thank you.
Go! Now's our chance! Elisa!
Leave it to me. I can do this. Is everyone okay?
Yeah, I did. He's also not wearing accessories. Wait, she's not wearing any accessories either. What the fuck? Press delay. That's faint. I should probably do a better focus for my setup for peeps. I do want to give a little bit of accuracy, so you can have that. Because it'd be really annoying if, you know, she missed. You can get Noble Command in mid-20s. Okay, good. I want to know what this is. This fabled Noble Command. Don't faint. Thinking of doing is something different. Like I could make her a healer, give her heal, and then give Emma doesn't really... I guess Emma could only need, like, some single target options. Like a cheap one, like maybe a needle... Maybe just give her needle shooter. Something. This? Oh, freeze. I mean, she has breeze already. Whatever, it's fine. I mean, it's not fine, but it's fine.
Yeah! Oh, a treasure chest.
Oh, I was gonna give someone detection, just to make this a little easier. Although I'm gonna go everywhere anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Begin?
My turn.
The fuck is this? Oh my god, it's a rhino-cider. Those things are massive. You remember when they were like people-sized? Because I do. Alright, blind, sleep, faint. That's what I want to do. Do I have any of those? I don't know if I do.
All right, let's do this.
Understood. Right. Sorry, would you mind?
With pleasure.
He ain't got the strength up, but I do want to use his crafts. I will attempt to blind. Oh my god. I'll attempt to blind the rhino-cider then.
Whirlwind! To me! You're open!
Thrust, that's good. That's the right there.
Grant me your strength! Calamity!
That was cool.
Okay.
Oh, this thing's half dead. Okay, it looks intimidating. It's fine. Yeah, that'll work.
My turn.
And
Arcus, activate.
Take this!
Yeah.
You're in the shore. Crystal Saber. How pathetic.
easy peasy. Doesn't matter that I use 3 ice breaks. Easy peasy.
I did it!
I still need so much more money. I still can't even buy the armor for users.
I did it! I feel like I'm growing stronger.
A matter of course.
Nice.
What is Suzaku? Seal or burn? Fuck yeah. Alright. On that note, I'm gonna call it slightly early tonight because, you know, I got like 5 hours sleep because I spent 4 to 5 hours trying to fall asleep. It was a rough night. So, I'm gonna chill and then go to bed. And we'll be back tomorrow with Doom. And I'm discovering the hard part about playing Doom Eternal 1 day a week is I forget how to fucking control the game. And we're getting farther in, and so the game's getting harder, and I'm not getting better. Because I'm not playing it often. probably gonna die a lot tomorrow. I'm gonna get really frustrated and salty. I'm gonna try not to. I'm gonna try not being the negative Nancy. Just can't help it. Anyways, if you enjoyed your time here, feel free to follow if you've not done so already. But until next time, thanks for hanging out. Enjoy the pan flute.